Hello, and welcome to this painting project of mine. This video is meant for enjoyment, but if you'd like to paint along while watching or listening, I have some tips along the way that may help you with that. If not, please kick back and relax and watch me turn these colorless characters into their in-show counterparts. For the first part, we will be doing Karen. Sorry, Plankton, ladies first. As you can see, I've already got my plans out for how I'm going to go about painting her. Because if you've ever watched the show or maybe seen a picture of her, which I'll show up on screen now, you can see Karen isn't exactly one solid color. Each of her panels has a separate shade of blue. It's the same blue, but it's different. Speaking of which, let's move on to what colors we are going to use. So I found two colors that look like her shade of blue, and I'm going to mix them together to see if I like it. To get differing shades of blue, I'll add some white for the lighter bits, and either black or more blue or purple, depending on the shade, for the darker bits. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say if you've ever had any sort of art class, adding black to any given color will make it darker. And adding white will make it lighter.
That's logic.
I don't have a preference when it comes to paint. The paints right here just come in a kit I got from Hobby Lobby. But if you're working with acrylics like I am, use hot water to clean your brushes. Acrylic is a very plasticky paint when it dries, and it'll gunk up your brushes if it's not properly washed out when it's still wet. Anyways, let's get to mixing. Now we are moving on to actually painting. I'll be painting this color I've made in all the spots I've marked as B. If you want to put some water, help. Sorry, my dad. I'll fill in for myself here. Instead of constantly mixing up new paint, you can use water to get the most out of what you got. Kind of like, well, water it down and make it easier to use and keep it from drying out. I do recommend washing out and drying your brush often, even if you're using the same color. Acrylic makes the brush tacky as it dries and will make actually using the brush harder. On to the next color. To make this lighter shade of blue, I'll just make the same color of blue as I did before, but add more white to it to match the lighter panels on Karen's design. For the final shade, just mixing an equal amount of the blue and purple was dark enough for me. This will be the final thing I paint on Karen tonight.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Now that she's all painted, I'll let Karen dry. And when we come back, I'll give her a face, mark out her outlines in Sharpie, and finally gloss the entire head.
The next day.
Okay, I kind of went ahead and painted on Karen's face. But with that step over and done with, we will now give Karen her outlines.
Oh! Okay, nobody look.
I'm going to be using a black Sharpie. Next, we'll finish off Karen with some gloss. This is what I'm going to be using. I mainly use it to protect the paint from chipping off as easily and as well as give my sculptures a nice shiny finish. We are now officially done with Karen. Tomorrow, we will start on Plankton, who should be much easier and quicker to paint.
The next day.
Today, we are going to be focusing on painting Plankton. This is Plankton. Say hi to everyone, Plankton.
You blasted barnacle head! I mean, hi.
Since the entire process is going to be like the same with Karen as it was with Karen, I won't have to pipe in and talk as much and explain what I'm doing, so I won't be talking a lot this time. You ready to be painted, Plankton?
This will be the beginning of the end.
Look at that unibrow.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da 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 Preparing
The Karen and Plankton statue.